Peace, everybody. This is Karev, HerritageHip-Hop. And I'm here with my brother, somebody that's real close to the family. Tell them who you are.
Go by the name of Baruch. Hebrew, that means the blessed of the Lord.
All right.
Yeah, also known as Jamie Collins.
All right, he gave y'all his real name too. All right, that's what's up.
I ain't hiding.
All right, everybody. So it's a pleasure for me to bring you this MC because his delivery and message is different. And I've had the blessings and pleasure to see not only him grow as an MC, but actually see his message and his delivery grow to give most important needed lessons and jewels to people who partake in his music. So tell everybody, how did you begin rhyming?
I guess it all started with me and my brother. Actually, it was my cousin, my really close friend. I call him my cousin. He introduced the tribe to us.
All right.
That's the first time I heard hip hop. And just like it was me and my brother at the time, and my cousin. He introduced it to us. It just changed my world. When I heard that kind of music, like I didn't know it existed. Before that, all I knew was slow jams.
Slow jam?
R&B, like I thought that was the world, you know what I mean? But when I heard the tribe, I knew something else was out there. And kind of just gravitated to my soul.
That's interesting that you say Tribe, because Tribe is one of the few hip hop groups that made it okay for people who weren't urban to get into hip hop, and also brought a lot of Caucasians and people from outside of the inner city into hip hop. Their sound was very, I wouldn't say eclectic, but it was more reachable to people who like jazz or had like a older soul. Is that what you put into your music?
I try my best to keep one of my influences is Redman. You know, he keep it funky.
All right.
Funk. I try to keep the music, you know, coming from a real place, you know what I mean? Like when I make beats and when I make my lyrics, I want it to come from my heart, you know what I mean? I want it to be like art. I want it to be a form of expression, you know what I mean? In my life at the present moment of the art taking place and being created, it expresses who I am in that moment of life. You know?
What I like about your hunger and the message that you put on the mic, you paint vivid pictures using your faith and also using a broad stroke when it comes to painting the picture or writing the lesson. Why is it important as an MC for you to get that lesson across and not just fade into the beat?
Well, I believe in a strong beat to catch people's attention, because I know the first thing most people listen to, like we were saying, with jazz, live music, any genre, the first thing you're gonna hear is the beat. You know, we move to the beat before anything else, and that's what we hear. But I feel like the lyrics is, in my opinion, more powerful because words are more powerful than sounds. You know what I'm saying? So I believe that a word could move you and push you in a certain direction and put you on a certain path with the words that we hear every day. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really attentive to wordplay and lyrics.
I think that comes across in some of the titles of your songs. You've had songs like Well Rooted, you had songs like Watch and Pray, you had a song called Dual Conscience, The Rhythm of Life. You talk about a lot of life touching topics, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, faith has been a topic, being a good man and a good person has been in your music as well. As important as the words are, how important is it for you to grab the heart and the imagination of the listener so they can relate to you as well?
Right, like faith used to be my prime focus. All my songs was centered around my faith as a Christian. Every song was strictly about the Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. But now, you know, I'm also starting to open and broaden my horizons and just touch on different topics that also include Jesus without specifically focusing on Christians alone. I want to be able to focus on, you know, a wider fan base, or, you know, just a wider range of listening. So now I'm just trying to keep the music positive, and just focus on a positive message. You know?
So what messages do you think are needed more in hip-hop now that we're not hearing?
I think the number one message that the world needs to hear right now is peace. You know? There's a lot of tension, racial tension in the air, especially in America. We got war in different nations. You know what I'm saying? I think the number one thing that we need to push through our words is peace, even outside of music. We need to push peace in art. We need to push peace in politics. We need to push peace in every form and fashion that we can imagine. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to play my little part with the music. You know what I mean?
Well, that's peace. I mean, I pray that you don't leave the faith part behind, because unfortunately in a lot of Christian hip-hop, they suck. I can't front. Their beats are garbage. And you're one of the few artists I know who makes their own beats and rap to them. I would love to hear you on more other folks' music, but here's something that's special about you making your own beats and writing your own rhymes. You're a total artist. What is the advantage that you have for making your own beats and then rhyming on them yourself?
Or the overall feel, like I could construct the feeling of the message that I'm bringing to that song and have it mesh very well. I could even reconstruct the beat to the certain patterns that my words take. So that's the best part about it, just formulating the words, you know, the patterns, the structure of the wordplay matching the actual track itself. You know what I mean? I think that's the best part. But one thing is, I don't plan on just forsaking the faith when it comes to the music. You know, I made a lot of songs dealing with faith, but I think that those songs is now in the area where I feel like I need to focus on promoting them now. Okay. So when I make more music, I want to focus just on positive message, because I have so many messages about the Lord. It ain't even funny.
Okay, I feel that.
Yeah.
Well, I know this. Many of the greatest in contemporary hip hop were people who made their own beats and rhyme. And not only that, they use those talents to help not only broaden their audience, but to help mold new artists that they influenced. Where do you see your influence in music going when more people get the chance to experience your music?
Right. I mean, that's another part of me trying to broaden my horizons, so I could touch other people who are not Christian per se, and maybe you know, touch their heart, or maybe the Lord could use me to touch their heart and bring the Lord to them, bring that light to them. You know what I'm saying? So I guess like I feel like I'm on a mission now, trying to get people to understand the Lord, but trying to penetrate or move inside of their world. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like in camouflage.
Let me ask you, so since you're broadening, faith is important, good messages are important, positivity. Who do you listen to now that influences you or inspires you to go to that next level?
As far as music,
I don't know, you tell me.
Well, the first person or people I look to are spiritual people for my influence and motivation. You know what I mean? I had to say the Lord. I had to say, you know, those who followed him as well.
Okay.
As far as music, I take a little bit of everybody I grew up off of from the 90s, you know what I'm saying? Mainly Nas, Keith Murray, Redman, Tribe Called Quest. You know what I mean? Like a lot of the late and great MCs that a lot of people don't really attribute that you know, their talent to today.
It's amazing that, you know, the 90s was so influential in a lot of MCs that's coming up today. And I say the 90s was the most important era in hip hop from my understanding. I don't know much, but in my understanding, the 90s is the era that actually pushed hip hop to the mainstream. And now when people try to push your age out and use ageism in hip hop, 90 MCs aren't having it. They still touring and doing them shows and things, right? And, you know, as an MC from the 90s, you know, you or a fan of MCs of the 90s, you have that attitude like no matter what you say, I'm doing me. No one's going to take that from you. Unfortunately, a lot of our 90 MCs are actually dying and passing away. We had Prodigy passed away, Guru passed away, you know, Big L has been taken, Big Pop, etc., etc., Dr. Doom from the West Coast, etc., you know, like that. So I ask you, the many years that come from this interview, when people listen to your music and they experience you, just like their music touched us and left a legacy, what legacy do you want to leave behind for your listeners to have or to appreciate your mark in history with?
People hear my music now and in the future. I want them to be motivated to do good deeds in the world, you know what I mean? Go out there and, you know, change the world and make it a better place, you know what I mean? And try their best to contribute something positive to a bunch of negativity that surrounds us.
I feel that. So, to anybody out there, tell them how they can hit you and hear some of your music.
Well, for now, you could hit me up, Facebook. Trying to broaden my horizons on social media. You hit me up on Facebook, Jamie Collins. You can find me just on my regular name. You know what I mean? Keeping it original. You know what I'm saying?
Until we make that artist page, I got you.
Yeah, we'll make an artist page in the future. You know what I mean? I'm doing some networking. We're building the team. You know what I mean? All of that is going to come very soon. You know what I mean? We're going to update everybody in the future on that movement that we're moving.
Last question, because you just inspired me to ask you one more.
What's that?
What's the one hip-hop song that changed your life?
Keith Murray. Most beautifulest thing in the world.
Why?
I don't know, man. The energy that he just came with, especially with that video, it just had me see like hip-hop and music in a whole nother light. Like I felt like that's what we're missing right now. You know what I mean? That energy, that thorough, that get you live, you know what I mean, music, like it's gone. You know what I'm saying? In the hip-hop community. But you know, every now and again something bubbles up here and there, so you know what I mean? That's the first song that touched me the most in my past.
You know what? Another question just came up because you said that. Are we going to see the Heart and Surrealism ever re-released?
Oh yeah, we got that. We're working on that. We're working on that.
Everybody out there who know me, I'm telling y'all now, the Heart is a classic.
Yeah.
And I was blessed to be on Surrealism. So you don't hear about me rhyming too much. It ain't about me, but those are great projects put out.
Yeah.
So check this out. HerritageHip-Hop with my man Baruch. We out here in Trenton, y'all. And we gonna make it happen. Shout out to Big Bro. Alright, Big Bro. It's a family thing out here. We'll talk to y'all later. Peace.
I feel out of place, drifting through outer space. The strange fruit left a sour taste, so I showed the world a sour face. I devoured my tabernacle, eating rotten apples until my thoughts were tackled. Either cast out or locked in shackles. We shadow box and we battle shadows. I let the angels surround my castles, can let the greed in my chamber